All right, everyone. So we have some updates on the releases that WWE has recently made. I wanted more information on this. We don't have everything, but we have some updates. This is from TGRWrestling.net. On February 7th, it was reported that Cedric Alexander, Paul Ellering, Cam, Rezar, and Blaine Davenport had been released by WWE. This was followed by the news that Sonya Deville had been told her contract would not be renewed. DeVille will be able to sign elsewhere as soon as her deal expires in the coming weeks. As continues to be the case, those who have been released are unable to sign for another company for 90 days. It's believed that AEW's Hurt Syndicate will push for the company to sign Cedric Alexander due to their history together. Alexander was part of the faction when it was known as the Hurt Business in WWE. A new report from Fightful Select has now attempted to shed some light on the surprise departures along with WWE's reasoning. In late 2024, reports emerged that Blair Davenport was set for something of a on SmackDown and would be used in a more featured role. However, according to Fightful sources, the star hadn't been involved in creative discussions through November, December, and January. That was until around the Rumble when it was pitched she would join Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, but the idea didn't get off the ground. With regard to Gallows and Anderson, the latter remains injured and won't be cleared for between 3 to 6 months. Fightful noted that it's unusual for talent to be released while injured, but Anderson remains in good spirits. Despite Isla Dawn's release, no one in the company had commented on her tag team partner, Alba Fry, also being let go, and as of publication time, she remains with WWE. There had been some within WWE who were high on Giovanni Vinci after creating vignettes for him in 2024, but this didn't translate to television, and there was a belief he was pushed down the card knowing he would be let go. After leaving the company for a second time, those close to AOP and Paul Ellering suggest they'll continue to perform. In an additional note, Fightful cites sources in NXT who believe the releases were tied to a new batch of main roster call ups coming at some point in 2025. So at the end, that's the big part, right? It's having to do with they're going to be bringing new people up onto the roster. So they're trying to make room not only money wise, but time on TV. And if these people already aren't on TV and now you're calling up new people, well, what does that tell you? They're going to get even less time. So there might be more, and I don't know if each and every I don't know if the releases are all for one reason, but a lot of these were shocking, especially Paul Ellering and Sonya Deville. These I mean, the Final Testament was on TV at times. I know they weren't getting a ton of time, but it was probably just more because it was Karrion Cross getting most of the time. So we'll see what ends up happening, but that's the reason behind these releases. So thank you all for watching.